Good. So, what kind of feedback did y'all get?
Sorry,
Um,
my 9-year-old interrupted me.
You good? What kind
positive, positive,
of?
positive, giving people hope. And even people that are not able to speak out because they still in that stage of fear of telling their story, they seen the courage that we had to get up there and stand in front of people and tell our story. And like I said before in the previous podcast, that don't fear because you don't know who or what your story can do for someone, your testimony. And
Mm-hmm.
you never know. Like I said before, I run into people and I just get to talking and then end up saying, the things I've been through, and they like, wow, man. And it could be that moment, that time that they needed that.
Mm-hmm.
Just don't know. And it starts there. If you can't get in front of a crowd, start with having conversation with somebody. Sometimes it leads to that where you're telling someone about your story, but you teaching them also. And they may know someone or they may be going through. If you can't physically get up in front of the room and tell your story, it starts there. Start little steps.
Yes, I received nothing but positive feedback. Even if a person was in the audience and they weren't specifically struggling with cancer, but had other life tough situations going on, they were
Hmm.
able to glean from our testimonies, just from, us overcoming, our challenges. The same principles that we, use to with our journeys, they can apply to their own situations. So I think it was good to hear different points of views. Each one of our journeys is different, from the
Yeah.
things that we've gone through. Although we've had some similarities, there's a lot of differences as well. And just hearing different perspectives on the situation, I think was very enlightening as well. And I'm excited. I hope we can do the event again and hear even more testimonies
Hmm.
from other women, because I was inspired just by listening to you two. So,
Mm-hmm.
I think it would be amazing if we can do another event and have more survivors come and share their testimony as well.
Yeah. I was talking to Lisa the other day, and a lot of people was like, we needed to bring it back, and I was talking to Lisa like, maybe we'll bring it back around, do it again around Breast Cancer Awareness Month. You know, maybe around there, we'll talk about it because there's some other things God has put on my heart. I really want to do a gospel concert. um, I'm just that music ministry is I love music, and so music ministry is really big to me, and I love gospel music now. So I think I want to do that. So if anybody's out there listening, me, Lisa, and Veronica are looking for gospel artists. We do not have no budget to pay nobody, doing this out of kindness of your heart, because this is coming, this is for God. But
Amen.
yeah, gospel concert, and maybe we could raise money for Fight Like Smack, or My Sister's Keeper. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Yep.
So that when people need help, we also have some resources to help them as well.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
that's what God put on my heart. But Evangelist Shannon, she really set the tone. I felt, because I was so nervous. I'm like, yo, I typed up. You and Lisa tell you, I was up till 4 o'clock, man. God woke me up. I ain't go to bed till 4 a.m. because I rewrote what I was my message, and didn't even end up using it. And so I guess that was just God showing me that He's in control and that He could change His mind. I did miss a lot of things that I had written. And instead of speaking twice, I just did it all at once because it just flowed that way. And
Hmm.
it was just great. Like I feel good. I felt like I really let it all out. You know what I mean? I was tired. I asked Pastor Bogarty to pray for me. He's like, nah, you got to go through that. That's what ministers go through. You got to feel that. I was like,
Hmm.
brother, man, y'all, when I got off of there, I felt like I was out of breath. I was sweating. Oh man. And then
it,
I think what another aha moment is when Ty Savage got on the drums.
Ty, I didn't even see her go from one side to the other. I just know she was over there beating the drums. I'm like, how did she get over there? When did she pass me? Because
I
I
know,
think I
right?
was so engulfed in what was going on, I didn't even see her go over there.
Yeah.
Man, look, when that praise dance music was coming forward, my legs was going. They were shaking. I looked over. I saw my sister getting it in, and I took off. I just started walking. I started pacing, and I wanted to run, but I'm like,
Me
that's how
too.
my body felt like. And you
Mhm.
know what's crazy? A lady that was there said to me, "I'm looking at you, and the spirit tell me you're gonna be running through this church today." And
Mm.
I'm like,
Mhm.
I don't know who that lady was. She sat in the back. I don't know if that was the lady that was going to speak,
Mm.
Veronica, but that's what she said to me. So I was like, I just kept walking back fast and shaking. That's just how I do it. And man, but I felt like I wanted to run,
Me
y'all.
too. The
You
You
should
presence
have
know,
of God
ran.
was heavy in that place.
You should have ran.
I ain't
Mhm.
want to knock nobody down, and I ain't ran. I haven't
They would
ran
have ran, probably
in
would have
years.
ran with you. Hey.
Yeah.
Man, I'm gonna just let it go. Next time I was fighting that thing. I said, God, what you trying to do to me in here, boy? I was like, come on, God, bring
Well, I
it
know one person that didn't hold back.
Man, when Smack bent down and touched her toes, I like to
Mm.
shout it all around that church.
in. Man, look, I
God is
yo,
good.
he is, man, and it brings like good tears of joy because I could not bend down to tie my shoes. Remember, I
Mhm.
had to buy shoes that
Mhm.
you just slide on. And I
Mhm.
was like, yo, I said, I got my best friend Carla brought me some sneakers where I said, look, don't give me nothing that look like Skechers. I'm not doing it. You know what I mean? I'm a Nike girl, but she found these sneakers, her and I, and you tie them before you put them on, and then you just slide your feet. They just look like an athletic shoe. And I was like, okay, I could do this. They hot. I ended up ordering a blue pair after that. So yeah, yeah, man. I
Yeah.
was just like, the little things that we take for granted, and I think that's why I'm a crier. I wish I could be more stronger, like how Lisa was, because she's not a crier. She's a tough woman, but I'm a crier because I think about who I am,
Mhm.
and God still blesses me, and that's what people, they think because of who they are and what they do. God is not expecting you to come to Him perfect.
Amen.
And that's why I get so emotional because I know the things I've done in the past. I know the person I used to be. I
Mhm.
know things that I may have done that just were not right. I know how many people I done laid out, cussed out, just not of, godly thing, but God forgives us for our sins.
Yes, he does.
So,
Yeah.
He does.
that's
And he
why He
wipes
gave
us
us,
clean.
wipes us clean.
Mhm.
And so that's the part. That's why I was crying so much. I'm like, Lord, I got to get through the message you gave me. That's why I was
And
like, I
and,
kept talking.
and
I don't know if y'all realize I was out there talking to God. Like,
yeah.
I said, I hear you, Lord, but look, I got to get through this. Come on now. Yeah,
And that's the thing. Everyone looks at things different. I'm a strong person, but I've been through a lot in my life that made me that way.
Yeah.
Mhm.
To toughen up because I've been through things that may have broken people, from the age of 19, losing my mom and my stepdad in a car accident. It started there. I had to man up. I didn't have any emotions. I was hurt, but I didn't cry because I'm like, I'm left to do this. And then 10 years later, I get the first cancer. Then 5 years after that, they telling me I'm gonna lose my life. And I'm my daughter, we both in serious, so I had to go through a lot of things, and it just
Mhm.
toughened me. And now, like I said, with Saturday, I had a little emotion because that song, when I hear that song and I play that song, I told the storm that got me through that the breast cancer and the chemo and stuff. And that song when I hear it, it just takes me back and it gets me emotional.
Mhm.
But other than that, I forged forward to tell my story and try to be strong. Um, and I'm not always gonna be Superwoman. I realize I'm not. I used to be, and people always come to me and like, Lisa, I know, you just, you the strongest person I know. But sometimes strong people have their days.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I'm at that age now, like I'm getting sentimental. It's the medication, it's the menopause. I don't know what it is right now, but you might catch a tear or something from me every now and then. I wasn't crying as much as y'all. I'm like, I got to stay strong. I'm in the middle of them. I got to hold on to Ronnie. I got to hold on to I'm like, look, I'm all right.
Boy, when you touch me, I said, "Oh, thank you,
Oh yeah.
Jesus." I said, "Thank you." I said, "I got some help." Ooh, thank you, Jesus.
but Ronnie scared me when
I
I
was
thought
getting
she
ready.
fell. I thought she was gonna fall. She was coming out the shoes. I was like, oh my God, I'm on like this on you. And then I'm like, oh, she about to fall. No, she came up out of them shoes. I was like, oh my goodness. Like,
Yo,
let me
Ooh.
I
when
said, I
we
hope I get some help.
I was just
no,
thinking about how far God has brought us. I mean,
Mhm.
man,
Yeah.
man, how far he has brought. I mean, I remember laying on the couch, being in
Mm-hmm.
excruciating
Mm-hmm.
pain, and not being able to walk, not being able to do
mm-mm.
anything for
Yep.
myself. And
Yeah,
to
Yes.
be in that moment at that church, being able to stand in heels, number one,
Mm-hmm.
and being able to praise God again is
yeah,
such an honor, is such a privilege, and
Yeah.
any opportunity we get to give God glory, to give him praise, we ought to do it, because
yeah,
we don't know the next time when we're going to be incapacitated and we're going to wish that we could break, shake a leg,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
yeah.
so
Yeah.
I was just in that moment, I was just thinking about the goodness of God and how far he has brought us. I mean, just hearing both of your testimonies, I mean, I was just so overwhelmed. I mean, you guys have been through a lot. I mean, there's some people that have only gone through half of what you guys have
Mm-hmm.
and didn't survive. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And just you
Yeah.
two being here tonight is a testament of God's faithfulness, God's goodness, God's
Mm-hmm.
mercy, God's love. You know what I'm saying? Like, he deserves all the praise. He has us on a mission.
Yes, he
Mm-hmm.
does.
We are
Yes,
on
he does.
assignment. It is our assignment to pour out everything that we can pour out onto others and to uplift them. I'm telling you,
It's
he
Yeah.
true.
kept us here for a reason, sister.
Mm-hmm.
We're here for a reason.
For a reason.
Mm-hmm.
For a reason. There's so many that didn't make it, but God, I thank you that we made it. I
Yes,
thank you that we made it, Lord. And I thank you for how you're going to use our lives, God, to minister to others. I thank you,
yes,
Mm-hmm.
God. I just thank him. He's just so amazing.
he
Yes,
is.
yeah, I couldn't. The people that was crying in the audience, I had to keep moving my eyeballs around because he couldn't get stuck on one person. I'm seeing people crying and white. I was like, oh my God. But I'm one of those people that, because I was state secretary for all the schools in the state of Delaware when I high school. So we took JDG. I don't even know if they still have that now, but they taught us public speaking,
Mm,
and you have to command and have a strong voice to
You got that.
output. and and I know how to maneuver around the room and don't get focused on particular people, because sometimes you get caught up in the moment. But it was people crying. I'm like, I'm at this point in my life, I'm getting sentimental. I need to keep laughing, telling my story and get it out. That's why I wasn't focused. I was like all over the place, and I was like, I said, oh, my aunt was crying back
You know
there,
what? That
my
that that
cousin. I'm like,
those people, you touch something in them, and it could have been, what you sharing your story, you touch
mm-hmm,
something in them that come close to what they may be going through or had
mm-hmm,
been going through, didn't get it out, let it out, and you touched them. That's all it is, God's message. And that's all I feel like that's what I'm like, God, and he's using me.
hmm.
mm-hmm.
He
and
did.
And
it,
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
and half the people there, they came to hear us, and like you said, they could be going through something. But I hope there were some people there that know, that were people that support family members, because like I said, I had some support, but I didn't have as much as
Mm-hmm.
I needed. And that's why when y'all say, I thank God for Lisa, because Lisa, because I'm like, I know what I went through. I didn't have anyone to tell me anything.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
I gotta reach out to Smack. And when I inboxed her, and I figured when she put it out on Facebook what she was going through, I said, we knew each other from a different level out in the entertainment, and she,
Mhm.
in the clubs. But this is a moment she need me. I need to give her this information. And then when you know Bruce reached out to me, and he told me, and he's like, "Will you talk?" I said, "Do Ronnie know you talking to me? Because I don't want to be intrusive." He's
Mhm.
like, "She know." I said, "Tell her to give me a call."
Yep. Mhm.
And that's how I work with y'all. Because now I spread that information. Now look where we at. So you all can spread
Yes.
it,
Yeah.
provide that information.
And you know what that is? That God lined it up just right. That's
He
all that
did.
is. He
Yep.
made that connection to come in the way that it has. And look, Veronica, you and I were just talking about this, Lisa, how Ronnie came on as just a guest. And I was like, yo, she got to be a co host too. She got to be a part of this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, for real. So, this is how Warriors Speak, came about. This is us. We are warriors. We have a lot of warrior friends out there.
Hmm.
What we're going to do is show some clips from
Excerpts, yeah, from the.
testimonial service. I know, for one, I want to show Evangelist Shannon in the beginning. She came in and prayed, and then when she got into her testimony, I remember her sharing that with me. When they were sharing their story, you're not going to remember everything because there's so much
Hmm.
that I forgot to say, but
Mhm.
that's because God didn't want it. This he had it picked out what he wanted to be shared because it wasn't anything. I missed a lot on that paper. That's all I'm going to say. But we are going to show some clips, and our first one is from Evangelist Shannon. Her and her sister, they're twins. They came up with My Sister's Keeper. And I'm going to show a little bit of her testimony. And then we're going to come back and talk about it. Okay. So give me a second to get it all set up. Let me see. What are you doing, Smack? All right. There we go. Share screen. Facebook. All right. And let me mute notifications. All right, I'm going to share my screen now. Are y'all able to see it? Do I need to make it larger?
I can see it.
Um, I can see it. Mhm.
Y'all can see it. I can make it larger if we need to, but I'm going to start it here. This is Evangelist Shannon. Good morning again. All right, so I had to write down my testimony. Now I will tell you guys. Can everyone hear it?
It's low. Can you?
It's low, but it's.
Let me see volume. Every single time. And guaranteed, it's something. I think I hear that with all the survivors, right? You're like, I got so many. I don't know why it's so low. But there's things that you don't want to forget. And there's things that I may not be able to share because there's things that will be appropriate for this moment. So, when I started out on my journey, I was teaching very. Hold on, let me pause it so we could get it up higher. I'm sorry, everyone. Oh, here it is. Oh, I'm on the wrong thing. We'll go to the doctor. Went to my family doctor, and he started to expedite everything. Let's get you some scans. Let's send you to the breast surgeon. Went to my breast surgeon and found out it was breast cancer. Now my breast surgeon came in, and I remember that day. And I remember looking at a breast surgeon, and she said, "Shannon," and she was so sad. And I looked at her and I said, "Okay."
save my life was gonna kill me because every treatment I had to take Benadryl because I was allergic to the chemo. So literally my first treatment, all the little dots coming before my eyes, my back started to tighten up, and I was like,
All
"Oh, I've
right.
never felt this before," and I was about to pass out because
Yeah.
I was allergic to the medicine. So I got Benadryl. Then I had my
Hold on. I
sheets.
hear it
So
Mm,
playing in the background. Hold
yeah, it's
on.
still playing in the background.
so
All right. Sorry about that, y'all.
I
All
don't
right.
know what it when we play the next part, maybe we you might mute us because I was hearing, I don't know. I got earbud in my ear, but I don't know if it didn't go up louder.
Nah, I looked at my volume and it was on max. So
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I don't know, sis. Hold on. I don't know why this isn't opening. There we go.
Well,
I
now
had
you
it on
frozen.
max.
So- Okay.
Oh, I'm frozen.
Now you
Um,
unfrozen now. You good.
okay, yeah, I don't know what happened because it was on it's on max. I don't know.
Oh,
Maybe
okay.
the other half come, I'll be able to hear it, and maybe I can turn on. I don't know. I find out. I have to see how to mute everybody. I don't know how to do that. So,
Okay, okay. We don't want you messing with stuff because you
and I think you can mute yourself though, where you see the mic, you can mute yourself. But
maybe we can. Yeah.
which hearing when I heard that from Evangelist Shannon and hearing her testimony, you I've heard bits and parts of her sister's testimony with cancer, and but hearing that and how she just took it flawlessly, because I feel like because of the God in her, you know what I'm saying, and the surgeon was turning red about to cry, and I was just like, wow, I wish I had that type of relationship with God when I found out I got breast cancer. Because mentally, I took myself to the point where I'm on medication. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Hmm.
hoping to be off that medication soon. But I worried myself to death. But I was so happy that she shared that and poured into people with that. And I love how her husband was there to support her. So I
Hmm.
really loved her testimony. And then the part about the Benadryl. Wow, she had to take Benadryl before she took chemo.
Yeah, and when she said that, I had to take Benadryl too, but they had to give me a lower dose because they gave the whole syringe. The first time they did it, I scared Jennifer. I scared her because I was out and I couldn't wake up, and I had to stay in there longer. So they had to reduce it. I told her I was lightweight. I'm not a drinker. I don't do drugs. You know how we talked about different medications that I'm not a pill taker or anything like that. I told her I'm lightweight, and they had to reduce my Benadryl down to keep me from going all the way into a deep sleep. Because the first time they did it, I scared her. I scared all of them, But I'm the problem child of Bay Health Oncology, so I'm that 1%. They don't like to see me coming, but yeah, when she said that thing about Benadryl, it will knock you out when they give you that full
Oh yeah,
amount.
I've had it before. I'm allergic to the blue dye that they shoot in your body for when you get what is that, MRI? Nah, yeah,
Okay, yeah, mm-hmm,
when they're trying to find something, and so and also when you get a biopsy too, so they have to give me
mm-hmm.
most time I'm sleep through all of them procedures because that blue dye makes me itch, you know.
Yeah, some people have that reaction.
And then
Yeah.
I was like, me, I want to be nosy. I'm like, yo, give me that dye afterward. You know what I mean? I
Mm-hmm.
want to see what y'all doing. I want to be sleep while y'all all up in my body, moving
Mm-hmm.
me around machines. I want to be awake. I told them start giving it to me afterward. But yeah,
Yeah, it's amazing how your body changes. I don't know if y'all have any changes, but I did. I end up being again, like I told them, allergic to lidocaine. That's why they don't give anybody in oncology anymore lidocaine
yeah,
because of me, and the heparin to flush your port.
yeah.
And I guess people still get Neulasta, but I was allergic to it, so you know it changed a lot of things with my eating habits and me having anaphylactic shock, carrying around a EpiPen all the time now because I don't know what drugs that's gonna affect me. I was scared with my colonoscopy. on Monday. I was scared, even though it was 15 minutes and they had to put me under. I kept saying, I said to the doctor, he looking at me, I'm laying on the bed. He prepped me and got my arm, got my hand and stuck the IV in. I said, I'm just telling you now, y'all, do y'all have Benadryl, steroid, and do you have an epi? Because I left my epi at home. She said, why? I said, because y'all they gave me on my paper. I looked at the paper. They gave me 1% lidocaine, but I don't know if it was enough that it didn't send me into anything. But I took a Benadryl the night before when they said I couldn't take anything. At midnight, after midnight, I couldn't have anything to drink or eat. So I took my allergy medicine just for that because I'm like, I'm gonna go in here, but I'm gonna have one thing in my system that if I have a reaction, anaphylactic reaction, I already have that allergy medicine in me. Now, to everything else, they're gonna have to hit me with Benadryl, steroid, and hit me with an epi. She said, "We have all that. We have all that, but I think you're gonna be okay. All right, okay."
Mhm.
But have you found out that you are allergic to anything, Ronnie?
No, nope.
Nothing.
I had everything. I
You
had the
you were
Neulasta
blessed.
thing. I had the dyes. I had everything.
Changing
Um,
foods or something you can't eat. I can't have bananas, peaches.
mm-mm, no.
Wow. You haven't encountered anything because I know you like food, so I know you would know.
Yeah,
But, yeah, but that's
nothing.
amazing. You haven't,
I only had
no,
like a bad I got real bad bruising and stuff. I thought they messed me up when I had went to get my MRI and they put that dye in.
mm,
Um my whole like at the crease of my over here was all like really bruised really bad, like something was wrong with it. And it was like a knot. It was like a knot in there. So I didn't know what was
Mhm.
going on, but it went away
mm.
after time. But that was my only, I think, bad reaction to something. When they put that dye through your veins, you get so hot. It's
Oh
like a
yeah,
heat.
they warn you. Yep, they warn you because I
That was
I used to not get sick, but I tell them to warn me. They count. They like 1, 2, 3, and they like hold your breath, and I'm like I feel like I was just gonna pass out and throw up. And they started giving me Zofran before I would get the dye.
yeah. That's a
Mm.
weird feeling. It makes you feel real
Yeah,
crazy.
weird. I don't like it.
But I just wanted to say something to anyone that may be watching who may be a little hesitant about sharing their testimony. Um, I want to encourage you to share your testimony because you have no idea how you can bless or help or encourage someone else that's going through your exact situation. You may think, to yourself, who am I? Or I haven't been through what they've been through, so I don't really have much to say. You have a story, okay? We all have an individual story to share. Don't ever be scared or timid about sharing your story. You have something to contribute. I don't care what you went through. Just like, Smack and Lisa was talking about Minister Shannon's testimony, how when she got diagnosed, she was just gung ho. I'm going to believe God. God's going to heal me. I'm not, confessing no cancer. But we didn't have that same, testimony. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm,
from our perspective, I was upset at God. You know what I'm saying? I was upset at God. I went through a whole different range of emotions. And so the
Mhm.
people that I may reach are those people that feel the same way that I felt, and it's okay to have
yeah.
those emotions. I want everybody to know that it is okay to feel the way that you feel. Don't ever
Mhm.
feel bad about the way that you feel. Just because we're confessing to be children of God and we didn't have the same reaction to the news that Minister Shannon had doesn't mean that we're less of a Christian, that our faith is less than hers or anything like that. It's just that each individual goes through a range of emotions, you know what I'm saying? And you have to embrace it. You have to walk through that each step of the journey and embrace it. And it's okay to not be okay. It is
Hmm.
okay to not be okay. I learned so much the value in having a good support system. I learned so much the value of having prayer warriors, available to
Mm.
me because I knew that
Hmm.
at this point in my life and my journey, I didn't out even though I was a child of God and I had the word implanted inside my spirit, I knew that I didn't have enough strength to walk this path on my
Mhm.
own.
Right.
So it's so important to surround yourself with people that can recognize that you're in that place of weakness, where they can step in and be your strength and uplift you and motivate you and speak life into you. My friends and my family, when they noticed that I was getting depressed or the enemy was attacking my mind with negative thoughts, they would speak life into me. And I'm telling you, that's what saved me. That's what kept me.
Mm,
That's what gave
mm,
me the strength to
yes.
keep going into that hospital every week.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
so I just want to encourage everyone that's on this journey, share your story. There's something that you went through that I can glean from. You know what I'm saying? There's stuff that we went through that you can glean from. Don't ever be afraid to share your story. We need to hear it. You are a testament. Okay, you have a testimony. And the word says we overcome by the words of our testimony. By
Mhm.
sharing your story, I'm sure you ladies can agree, it makes us like feel better. It like, I don't know, it's so freeing. It's so freeing.
Mhm.
And it helps you to really have more and have a greater sense of gratitude, because of everything that we've gone
Yeah.
through. So I just wanted to say that. Don't be afraid to share your story, please.
And
Definitely.
then I want to add on to that, if you don't mind, Veronica. One of the challenges I had is I started off, and I know Lisa can contest to this. I had a pride thing going on. Oh, not me. Oh, I'm not doing that. Oh, no, I don't want them praying for me. It was a pride thing, and when I let that pride go, and it's not just that, and that runs in a lot of strong black women, and I'm
Hmm.
and
Mhm.
then and I'm saying that because when I needed help, I wasn't. It was a pride thing. I didn't want to ask nobody for help. I had Lisa, and I felt that's all I need. But when them bills started piling up, and you got to set that pride aside, and I needed help with it. So when the resources started coming in from Lisa and Delaware Breast Cancer Coalition, and my sister's keeper, I had to sit that pride aside. I ain't gonna lie, I cried filling out some of these applications because
Mhm.
I had to send them my records to prove that I have cancer. Something that I didn't want to see. You know what I'm saying? Something I don't want to reopen and relive. But when you're when I started going through my transformation with God, as I got to fill out other applications, it became easier because I set my pride to the side. You
Yeah.
know, and I always said, I told my girlfriend, 2025 is the year of storytelling. You got to tell your story because our people are going through it. They
Hmm.
need to
Yes.
hear that there is something that's going to be better. You're not going to be in this storm, but you got to get through it. Let me share my story with you.
Yep.
Mhm.
Hmm.
And that's what it was for me, is Lisa sharing her story, the ladies at my sister's keeper sharing their story, because even now, today, I need to hear stories because I am someone who they said that I will always have cancer, but where it was most severe is gone, you
Hmm.
know.
Yep.
And then the
Mhm.
thing that I hate is when I tell people I'm stage 4, when they ask me what stage are you, and I said stage 4, they say, "Oh, you look good." I thank you, but I didn't know cancer had a look. I didn't know stage 4 had a look, because the God I serve, He gonna make sure I'm here till it's time for me to go home. And I
Yep.
don't
Mhm.
look at it like I'm dying. I look like every morning I wake up, I'm trying to be stronger. I got to get out here and reach the people,
Yep.
because a
Hmm.
lot of our people are lost, and it's amazing. This is the year of storytelling.
Yep.
And with that being said, Lisa, go ahead, sis. I'm going to
I would
share with you
say
clips next.
what I'm gonna say is I'm proud of her because she's come a long way. Because after that second diagnosis, it was hard for her. She called me early one morning and she was talking crazy. I'm like, don't be talking like that. She's like, sister, there's something I want to do. I want to talk to you before I leave here. I'm like, leave where? She had, yeah, she brought it up a few times. She cried one morning. She cried because I understand. I understand, but I do not know. Because when you tell somebody they got stage 4, it's treatable, but it's not curable. And you thinking, she said, sister, I don't know what my time frame is,
Mhm.
basically.
That's how
And
you
she was
feel.
talking, and I was like, don't talk that way. But I said, let me put my feet in her shoes. I
Yeah.
would probably feel the same way because I don't know what time, nor the day, nor the year, the month, when. And she cried that morning. She's like, Lisa, she's like, sister, I'm like, don't think like that. You're gonna be here. She said, it's something I want you to do to carry on my legacy. And you know what? We never discussed it from that point. She never reminded me. I never reminded her. And look where we at right now.
God is so good.
Oh, it's fight like smack. You already know. Make sure you carry on the legacy. Man,
Yeah.
and it wasn't until Lisa told me just stage 4 just means that it spread somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
We, so many people put so many what is it, a word I'm trying to say, huh?
Labels.
Yeah, they put labels on stage 4. It's like the
Mm-hmm.
end, and it's not. And then I'm,
Mhm.
going for my treatments for radiation. I met 3 other ladies that were stage 4. And I
Wow.
said, and I shared with them, I said, you know what? Man, God is amazing. They just looked at me. I'm sitting in there. We all sitting to go get radiation. And we all stage 4.
Wow.
You feel
And I
me?
told and I told her, I said, I have a friend, an old friend, and he's a male. He has cancer and he's been battling stage 4
Mm.
for 15 years or more.
Yep.
And
Yep.
Wow.
he still DJs. He
Yeah.
still
Wow.
DJs and everything. He has his good days and he has his bad days, but
Mm-hmm.
he's still here and he makes jokes. He make lighting of stuff, and it's crazy that I found him after all these years last year, and I'm like, wow, he's been living with this. That's why I said when people say stage 4, don't look at it as a death sentence because most people do.
Mm-hmm.
Some
Yeah.
people can continue to live life productively with the right medications to get them through, and yeah, they're gonna have some bad days,
Mm-hmm.
but they still here to be able to tell their story.
That's right. That's right.
And
Like I said on
it just
Saturday, we
means it
don't.
spread
Yeah,
somewhere
we don't.
else.
Mm-hmm.
That's all it means. Those of you that are tuned in or will tune in later, stage 4 only means it spread somewhere else. It went from the breast and it went to my bones. Okay. It's still HER2 negative. It was plus. Now it's negative. I don't get that. And I ain't trying to be dissecting it because God said, take your mind off of that. Just live.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
If Lisa had never told me that, man, I was preparing.
Mm-hmm.
Cause
Yes,
stage
she
4,
was.
what's the point of going through all of this and y'all don't know if I'ma live? I might as well
Yeah.
just live my life out. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
if Lisa had not opened up her mouth to share the story about her friend, me meeting them other 3 ladies, it was their second time. One lady, she's been stage 4 for 13 years. The other lady is her second time. She's been stage 4 for 7 years. I said, God, thank you.
Yep.
Because when I found out, Lisa tell you, I was making preparations.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I was too.
I didn't get to share all that. God, I guess God said you ain't got to talk about that. It's in the
Mm-hmm.
report. But
All
yeah.
those thoughts come. Yeah, they do.
Well, I'm
They
sharing
do.
here now. Those of you that got stage 4, man, keep on living, man.
That's
It's not
right.
the end.
That's
And if
right.
you feel like you don't have the strength, just find enough, like what they say, a size of, have the
A
Mustard.
faith the
mustard seed.
size of a
Mhm.
mustard seed,
Yep.
and
Mm-hmm.
keep on pushing. Cause that's what they try to pull me out of work. I said, oh no, you're not. because I'm gonna keep on living.
Mm-hmm.
Man, walking from the carport, what's it called? I know sometime I was talking to you, Lisa, where we gotta park our cars, the community parking. It's a parking garage. To walk to my job with that big old jetpack on, boy, I was getting it. I was getting it. I might have been hurting, but
Yeah,
I'm
that
getting up
thing
in the
big.
air.
I just don't know how you did it. Woo.
I
But
did it.
yeah,
People was looking at me like, "What she got on?" I said, "Yeah, I'm about to
you
take
got a
off."
whole back,
I had to
whole
make
brace.
jokes
Like,
about it because I got tired of telling everybody about it. I said, "Yeah, this is my jetpack. I could take off in 5 seconds. I got my back." You know what I mean? I would just make up all kind of crazy stuff, man. But what were you gonna say, Veronica?
Um, I can't remember.
All right.
But
So
this
this
is
what we.
why it's so
Oh,
important to share our testimony, because there are new people being diagnosed every single
single
day,
day.
and they need encouragement. They need hope. Okay, so it's so important to get our testimonies out so we can let them know, number one, they're not alone.
Mm-hmm.
Number
Mhm.
two, we understand fully what they're going through. Just by you sharing your experience about having the pride issue, there's probably thousands of other warriors out there to have the same issue, and they have you to look to because you were able to overcome that and share your story, and now
Mm-hmm.
they have you to look to as an example. For me personally, it took a long time for me to go public with my diagnosis. And for
Mm-hmm.
me, the reason was because I felt like once I put it out there for the whole world to know, it became 100% real.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Yeah.
I was in that space where I felt like if I can just suppress it and put it to the back of my mind every
Mm-hmm.
chance that I get, then it wasn't all the way real. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So like I was scared. I mean, it took everything in me to go public with my diagnosis because I just did not want to put it out there because at that point to me it was solidified. And
Mm-hmm.
I just didn't want to be labeled as a cancer patient.
Right.
And so there's other people that feel the same way. There's other people that feel the
Yep.
same way. And if we show them, look, you're going to be okay. We got your back. You're not by yourself. We're going through this journey together. We have each other to lean on. I just think it just makes people feel so much better. And I feel like it does something to you on the inside. Like
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
once you have that boost of confidence, that boost of hope, you know what I'm saying? That knowledge of knowing that you're not by yourself, I feel like
Mm-hmm.
it gives you another level of strength. And so it really, really helps you and encourages you on your journey. And so I think that's why I think the work that we're doing here, sacrificing our time, getting this information out there, I just feel like we're going to help so many warriors. I really
Yeah.
do. I'm so
Right.
Yeah.
honored to be a part of this.
Yeah. One of the from Lisa's testimony, one of the things that my girl shared with me is that your story about your daughter really touched her, and I'm gonna try to get to that point in the um in the clip here. So give me one moment as I do to share, y'all. Y'all
Okay.
know I done learned something new. You know what I'm saying? Let's see where we at. Yes, allow. All right, let me make it bigger so I can see him. And let me try to mute everybody's.
I'm a mute. I can mute myself.
Oh, you can mute. Okay, cool. Oh, okay. Share screen. Oh, it's there. Oh, okay. Hold on. Let me see if I can turn the volume up on that. No, I can't. Never mind. All right, let me go here and grab that. Grab this really quick. Um, why is this looking like this? There we go. All right, come on. There we go. Hold on. Oh, I gotta unmute it. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Um, we gonna make sure y'all get this message. Hold on, that's my mama and all them. Why they over there? Uh, all right, there we go.
no eyebrows, no nothing. And she's looking at me. And my child changed. She was an
Hold on.
big bit. And I'm like, okay, that's one part of it. I started living my life, still going through things. Uh, I'm like at 45, right before I'm like, I'm playing my 45th. I'm gonna do this, every 5 years, celebrate. Didn't make it to 45. Had just built my house, working on my house. And I thought I did a self-examination next Sunday, and I was in the shower and I felt the lump. Now this can't be. It can't be. I must have hit when I was building.
I'm sorry. I need to move it up so.
Something. And I went to my ex sister, and I asked her, and I'm one of those ones. I lifted my shirt up. I said, "Feel this, feel this. What do y'all feel?" Like, you need to go to the doctor. I'm like thinking that. I'm like, yeah. And at this time, I was I missed my mammogram. I hadn't had mammograms from that first cancer I had in my
Oh, okay.
breast.
Yeah. I'm.
Radiation.
Hold on.
My platelets were so high. They did a study on my daughter,
Hold on.
the 1%. And I learned throughout this cancer.
Hold on, y'all. I'm sorry, everyone.
Story short, it didn't pan out. Um, Trying to get a lawyer. My lawyer is getting everything documented. He didn't document everything every time I was home. It was only twice in my medical records that my chest. So I ended up having surgery. Dr. John, Dr. Glenn did the surgery. And it's so crazy because I knew I was going to do it. Like, going through what I've been through. And I have been on my own. And the nurse and the doctor's time, he's like, you have cancer.
Oh, come on now. Oh, y'all gonna hear this. Y'all there? Hold on. Facebook stopped. Are y'all there? Wow, I'm not even on screen. All
Yeah,
right.
your
Well, I don't know
screen.
what's going on. I don't know why I'm not even on screen any longer. But that's okay. The the program y'all saw, it just stopped. But could you share that part about them telling you you couldn't have a child? That part when I that is the part that touched my other half.
Can you hear me?
I don't know if you can hear me.
Okay. Yeah, we just can't see you, but we can hear you. The part was what I was saying was because I had the chemo and radiation from the first cancer, the non-Hodgkin's lymphoma back in 2002, they told me that I wasn't able to have kids because of the chemo and radiation. And one part of the story I didn't tell, unfortunately, and this can help someone, and not a lot of people know, not even most of my family. I did conceive during having radiation back then, and right between the chemo and the radiation. And when I found out, um, I had to make a decision because they said that if I wanted to carry the child out, I had to wait to 6 months for them to be able to find out if that child would have something wrong with it, a limb, to come out, destitute, just wouldn't be able to function. So I had to make a decision to have a medical abortion and continue with the radiation. So they sent me to Christiana to the maternal fetal medicine place, and It wasn't at, at a abortion clinic or anything, and I had to have it through the hospital, so it was covered. And I prayed about it before then, about it, but it was crazy because they told me, even though I was in the process and this happened, but once I was done with the process, they said, you're not going to be able to have kids because of the radiation. You had so much radiation. And lo and behold, at 35, and I said, if I ain't had no kids by 35, I wasn't having any. And I was getting sick again. And I thought I was feeling bad, so I thought I was getting sick again. And when I went to the hospital to get blood work and stuff, they always ask you, oh, you think you pregnant? I'm like, no, I'm not pregnant. And God knows when they did the thing, they still tested, and the ACG came back, HCG came back that I was pregnant. I'm like, oh my God, I'm pregnant. And it was not planned. I was like, Jesus, I'm having a baby. But they told me I couldn't. So when I told Dr. Glenn and Dr. John and them that I was pregnant, they looked at me like, this is impossible. But you telling us, and it shows that you're pregnant. I'm like, yeah, y'all told me I couldn't have kids. But that's when I said, ain't God always has the last word. Always. And that little girl wasn't with me with the first cancer, but going through the second cancer, she had to watch me lay on that couch. No eyebrows, no hair. And I'm gonna tell you, men, I don't know how y'all do it with a bald head, and because I kept a newbie on my head because my head was always cold with no hair on it, and I looked like something from the living dead because I was just bald. No, you know how Ronnie, you said you have your face just looks, it's like the whole life is sucked out of you. And my daughter at the time was 9 going on 10, and I had some support, but not a whole lot of support. I still had to get up and take her to school in the morning, which was a task every morning until the Boys and Girls Club helped out, and her auntie helped out, and her cousin. But to watch my daughter come in every day and have to take off her clothes, get in the shower before she can come out there in the living room and hug me, and see my child go from this child full of life to a child that became introvert, and she was scared for me every day. She was scared, like, mommy, you okay? And right now she's about to be 16 soon in June, and every day, you okay, mommy? You all right? I was like, Hannah, it gets on my nerves, but I'm okay. But I don't want her to feel that I feel like she's annoying me sometimes, but she's genuinely scared. And I think that she was scared because she had to see her mom go through that and look at me like that. She was there when I washed my hair the first time and the hair started coming out my head, but I was used to this because this is my second time around. And it scared her. And then to go through that process with me where she had to come in the house and literally take off your clothes, get in the shower, put some clean clothes on and come to me. And you couldn't touch me and stuff. And to see me go through everything I went through, and me being in the hospital, and she had to be taken care of for a little while by some family members, it scared her. And still to this day, it's her and I, and she's scared when I go out the door. She don't want anything to happen to me because that fear is always there. But she used to be an outgoing child. Now she's like an introvert, and she has anxiety and things like that. And I think I brought this up, when we talked, Ronnie. I said, I know you. When are you going to tell, your little one? And I was like, they don't think they don't know. They see the changes. So you have to figure a way how to say it, without hurting them. And I actually had to tell Hannah at a certain point before I had the surgery and started the chemo. I had to tell her ahead of time because I was going to go through the changes. And she 10 years old. She going to see everything, the hair and no eyebrows, looking like I'm deadly sick, skinny, underweight and everything, and can't move off the couch. And that was something I said, Ronnie, well, however you do it, just tell her now, because don't think they don't know, because kids know a whole lot. They do.
Yeah, I hesitated for a long time to tell my youngest, a long time. At first, I said, okay, I'm gonna tell her when all my hair falls out.
Yep, you
But
did say that.
all my hair came out and I still couldn't tell her. Like, I just couldn't bring myself to tell her. And so one day, my husband had went to go pick her up from her after school program, and she came in the front door, and I forgot to put my turban on. And I was sitting in my husband's recliner, and she walked through the door and she saw me bald for the first time. And she was just like speechless. And she was like, Mom, what happened to your hair? And then I went like this, and I was like, because at that point, it was like I was forced to, I was
Yeah.
like, oh, I cut it all off. I'm trying something new. And so what I ended up doing was I went on Amazon and I purchased a book. So they have a children's book on Amazon on how to break the news to your child that you have cancer. And it's a nice little cute story. It walks them through what cancer is, the different treatment that your parent may go through, the different physical changes your parent may go through, and things
Hmm.
like that. So I bought that book and I read it to her and I explained to her what I was going through. And she took it like a champ. Like, she took it way better than I thought she was. I
Yeah,
was
you
more
said that.
scared than her. But yeah, it's very challenging when you're a parent to share that news with your child, because as parents, we want to protect our children from certain things. We don't want them to be scared, nervous, or
Yeah.
frightened. And so we try to block them from a lot of things. But like Lisa
Hmm.
says, children are very smart. They're very intelligent, and they notice things. So you just got to come up with a plan that fits best for you and your family and your children. I mean, as parents, we all know our children's limitations, and just get the courage to tell them. It is a family thing. The patient is not the only one that
Hmm.
goes through the journey. Your
Yeah.
friends and your family go through it with you.
Yeah.
And so it's very important to be open and honest and transparent about what you're going through, how you feel, the different things to expect, so that everyone could be on the same page and help you as best as possible.
Hmm.
It is scary. We don't want to put our burdens and our problems on others. I get it. But it's so important to be open and transparent with those in your inner circle, so that they can provide you with the proper support necessary, and they have a realistic expectation on your new normal, what your limitations are physically and mentally and emotionally. Okay.
Hmm.
And then also, you need them to pick up the slack in some areas of your family, your household. So you got to share, things with them, so that they know what their expectation is during this journey. They know how to best assist you and be there for you. It just makes the process a lot smoother when everybody's on the same page and know what's going on.
Amazing. I
Hmm.
think we're gonna share mine and Veronica's on the next show.
Okay.
Testimonies. I want people to. I like the one about the footprints though. They brought that up in
Hmm.
a church ceremony, and that's true. If you want to talk a little bit about that, Veronica.
Yeah, so my introductory song on Saturday was You Carried Me by Jacqueline Carr. And when I listened to that song, I thought about the poem about the footprints. And there was a gentleman, who had a dream, and he noticed that in the sand on the beach during the most difficult times of his life, he only saw one set of footprints in the sand. And so he was questioning God, like, God, where were you during the
Mm-hmm.
toughest times of my life? I thought you would never leave me nor forsake me. Why is it that
Hmm.
I only see one set of footprints and I'm going through all of this nonsense? And so God, had to let him know in that moment, when you saw one set of footprints, those were the times that I carried you. You weren't walking that path alone. I carried you through those seasons. I will never leave you nor forsake you. So that poem just it gave me so much hope in it, it helped lighten my mood, and it helped me appreciate God more. Because as I look back over my journey, I can see points where God was showing me how he had me, how he had my back, how he was there, he's here. You know what I'm saying? He sees everything. He knows what's going on. He's making a way
Mhm.
out of no way. He's giving strength, in my weakest moments. So that poem just meant so much to me, to know that he was carrying me that whole time when I thought that I was walking the journey alone. You are never alone. You're
Mhm.
never alone. Even when it feels like you are never alone. We have to learn how, like I said on Saturday, to rest in his bosom. Just rest in him. You don't have to have all the answers. You don't have to know how the story ends. You don't have to know what steps A through
Mhm.
Z are. Just rest in his bosom. Allow him to comfort you. He's keeping you. Just rest. Learn how to rest. You know, every battle is not ours to fight. Every
Mhm.
battle is not ours to fight. Sometimes we have to let go and let God and let him fight our battles. He's the ultimate healer. The Bible says all them stripes that he took on his back was for every
Mhm.
disease, every sickness. He healed us from it all.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? He has the final say. So stop allowing the enemy to attack your mind with all of these damning thoughts. Like Smack said, when she got her diagnosis, all those thoughts came. This is it. My life is over. No, we have to filter
Mhm.
that stuff through the word of God. And if it's not lining up with what his promises are for our lives, then we have to learn how to cast those thoughts down, because it's not healthy. It's not healthy to
Yeah.
meditate on.
Okay. Thank you, Veronica. I'm going to right now do a share, and it's the beginning of your testimony, Veronica. We're going to share this right quick. I
Okay.
think I got it. Um, Hold on. That's right. Need that. Allow. All right. Oh, that's not right. Hold on, y'all. And stop sharing screen. That's the screen we're on. There's what I need. Okay. I just learned this. I appreciate our people who are watching having patience. Thank you so much. All right. Here we go.
Hard battle for years with depression. And going through that, I didn't think I was going to make it out of that. And so when God brought me to the other side of that, I was feeling good. I was happy where I was in my life, optimistic, looking forward to the future. And then boom, cancer. And so that really threw me through a loop. I was really discouraged. I didn't know how I was going to get through it because, like I said, I didn't think I was going to make it through the last test and trial. So I didn't know how I was going to make it through this one. So I gathered my village together. I would immediately, first person I called was Lisa. She's my husband's cousin. I knew that she had already went through the journey, and so I knew she would be a perfect person to lean on in this time. And she, as soon as I called her, I was sobbing. I was sobbing on the phone with her, and she gave me hope in that moment. She gave me hope, and she told me that I was going to be okay. I was When I was on the phone with her, I was driving to my in-laws, and I called on my sisters, my mother, and I said I need y'all to meet at the house because I knew in that moment I didn't have the strength within me to fight this battle by myself. I knew that in this season I was going to have to lean on my family, my friends, my sister-in-laws, my mother-in-law, my husband. They formed a circle around me. They laid hands on me. They prayed for me. They encouraged me. They uplifted me. And they declared that I was not going to die. But like Smack said, like Lisa said, I was going to live and declare the glory of the Lord. This journey has not been easy. When I tell you this has been the toughest fight of my life, I thought depression was the toughest fight. This has been the toughest fight. of my life. The pain that the treatments cause you. I went through 16 rounds of chemo, sick, in pain, laying on the couch, shooting pain, shooting through my abdomen and my chest. And I couldn't do nothing but just lay there and suffer in silence. My family couldn't help me. You know, my husband has held it down from the
That's a tough thing to have to endure too, is your family and your friends feel so helpless because they can't take our pain away. They can't cure us. You know what I'm saying?
No.
And so it's important too to highlight what the caregivers go through, because watching someone that you love suffer is a whole nother test and challenge. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? They go through a lot too, watching us go through our journey. And so yeah, that was really difficult. That was so difficult. So a lot of times, I did suffer in silence because I didn't want to share how I was feeling with my family and friends, because I didn't want to put that on them. I didn't want to put that on them because I knew there was nothing that they could do to help me. And so I just laid there and I just took the pain because I didn't want to do that to them, because I knew that they already felt bad enough that I was going through what I was going through. And so a lot of times, some of my toughest battles were I felt like I was alone. You know what I'm saying? Because there was nothing that they can do to help me. And that's so hard to accept. That's really hard to accept. So I
Yeah.
think during our outreach ministry that we're doing, I think it would be helpful too to get some of the caregivers to give their point of view and
Yes.
Yeah.
share some tips and things that they have too. I think that's a really part
Yes,
of
from their
it.
side of
Yeah. I think,
caregiving.
yeah. Cause let me tell y'all, during that time, I wish you'll get mad for me saying this, but I broke up with my girlfriend while I was fighting cancer the first time. You remember, Lisa? I
Mm-hmm.
broke up with her. And it's because everything I was going through, I felt like it wasn't fair to her. I was in the beginning, and I felt at that time, I just felt like, yo, she don't deserve to go through this. I
Yeah.
don't even know why I did it. I just felt like I wasn't a good girlfriend. I couldn't be there for her. I couldn't be that person she met. And I was like, I broke up with her and said, just go find you somebody. That's what I said in my mind.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to release her from having to see me like this. You know what I
Yep.
mean?
Yep.
It only lasted for about 2 or 3 weeks, but that was because I dealt with depression, anxiety, all from this.
Yeah.
I dealt with trying to that general anxiety disorder. Certain
Yep.
things trigger me during the words that they say
Mm-hmm.
treatment and having to move through it. You
Yep.
know what I mean? I now they keep telling me I got this what's it called, beats per minute. At rest, my heart beats faster. I mean, I
Mm-hmm.
never had that before, y'all. And so, there's a lot of triggers for me, and I'm asking God to continue to help me with that as well. Certain things that they say, but I'm just glad I got doctors like I could be candid and be transparent. Please don't say these kind of words, and they remember, because it's a trigger.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? But what I liked about your story, Veronica, that touched me is how you called your family, your sisters, and they all laid hands and touched you and declared that you would live.
Yes.
Man,
Yes.
that right there is powerful.
Yes.
My brothers live in one is in North Carolina, one is in Florida. My mom and dad are here in Delaware. So I know my mom probably like told them, but I did call a family meeting. And I did tell, my brothers, like, something should happen, man. What to do, just letting them know, just like having a family meeting. My brother, older brother, oh girl, you gonna be all right. You better be tough. He's from the military. He a sergeant. always tough. So I knew I couldn't call him when I'm crying because he'd be like, yo, stop that crying. He real tough. And so I found out later that him hearing me cry, he can't take it. And I just told him to pray, man. My dad gave me like my dad's never talked to me in the way that he's talked to me about, fighting, you know, and it came from a spiritual side. And I was like, wow, this man been through so much. And just what my dad spoke to me was it kept me going, and he continually spoke God into my life. My mother as well. I told y'all how she had all these people. I don't know. I guess it just
Mm,
spread by word, sending me text. Man, I probably got about like 20 to 15 to 20 a day, just text messages and
mhm,
scriptures and things that keep me going. And but when you talked about how they put a circle around you and they declared that you would leave, that was powerful. That
mm,
that made me like, you know what I'm saying? Man, that's amazing. And then like you were just sharing now, when we're sick, like we don't want to you don't want to put it off on nobody else because nobody can make you feel better. The
Mhm.
chemo would take you there. Like
Mhm.
the first
mhm.
one, I did not call you Lisa. I said, I got this. This is it. This is it.
I said, and I told her, I said, okay, you feel good. We're gonna give it a day or two. And sure enough,
By the third day,
It hits you.
yo, then my hair started falling out. I mean, I had waves. I took me a long time to get these waves. Just
but
speaking
she had
of,
it. You
huh?
had an even bigger big breakdown because I went through it and nobody's seen me, but your fingernails die off and your
Oh,
toenails. And you have no nails. Oh my God, she
I
almost had a
said,
whole fit. She's like, "Oh, my nails turning,
they were
They
turning.
turning."
turn black. Mm-hmm.
I
Yep, and
said,
they
yo,
fall off. Mine fell off. Yeah,
yo, my nails are black. But
but
Mm-hmm.
when
they
the
they
hair,
back.
they back now. Look, I even put
Yeah,
little, see that
we
little,
got to show people
yeah,
you
I
going
got
through it. They
sticky
will
note on
fall,
the
turn
thing.
black and fall off your toenails too.
Yeah,
My toenails didn't, but it was my nails. But they came. They come back.
yeah, I got me some clear fingernail polish. I don't care what nobody say. I take pride in my nails now. Try to make them healthy because, man, seeing them black, that, man, look, I was,
They don't. Nobody knows unless you've been
nobody
through
knows,
it.
but
That you.
this is how I would talk to people like this. If I
Mm-hmm.
saw people, or I do like this, but I was always like this. I didn't want nobody to see how black my nails were. I got the pictures now. But
Mm,
what I was trying to explain, when all my skin started peeling off, like on
mm,
the bottom of my feet and my hands, I looked
mm,
at that as God is transforming me. I remember I sent you a picture of all the dead skin I pulled off my feet. I said, I ain't trying to gross you out, but I sent there's a pile of it. I
mm.
never went through that, but when the hair took me there. I cried. Barbara came to the house
Me too. Yeah.
because when I looked on my pillow, and you seen a few speckles, but that day that I saw the whole patch,
But this is why when I talked to both of you all, I said you have to make that decision. The first time I had cancer, I tried to hold on to every piece of hair. I got braids, got the quick weave on top of it. But the one day, Shayla, the girl that I had doing my hair back then, 21, 22 years, and when I pulled that up, my braid came with it. I said, oh Lord, I almost passed out. I said,
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to save my hair, just couldn't save it. And this time I said, I didn't tell my story because I was so vain because I always had long hair. And that's what people knew me for. Like, Lisa is down my back and it was mine, it was real. No, it's not fake. And first time I didn't embrace it. I didn't want people to know that I was bald. So
Mm-hmm.
they didn't know what was going on with me at all because I didn't show it. And this time I said, at this age, I don't care. I don't care. I'm older now, wiser, and understand that I'm still here again. So the
Mm.
hair is the least of my worries. I have it back. It's thin. It's down my back, but it's thin. It's curly. I try to do what I can do, but sometimes it is what it is. I, but that's a journey. People don't understand the hair because women, we got our hair, our chest, and what's down below. And once you start losing things, it feels like you no longer a full woman, and that was the problem I had.
Look, I don't even cut. No, don't go to the barber shop. They just do the sides now. That's it. Little line up, just the side. I'm trying to hold on to all my hair. I still get triggered because when I go to, that's why it's twisted. But if I go like this, hair still fall out. But that's because I'm still I take
Yeah,
oral
your
care.
medication.
You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Hmm.
So yeah. But yeah, that was great. So I do want to get through the last one so we can get it all in this week, and maybe we'll do the new resources next week. Is that okay with you guys?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Hmm.
So let me go here real quick and get to one of mine. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see.
While she doing that, just people, if you have someone going through, share the live. If you haven't seen um Faith and Fight, the thing we did on Saturday, please watch it. It can inspire some people. It may even help you. You just never know.
Yeah.
Like, love, and
No matter
share.
what you're going through,
Hmm.
it's an encouragement for everyone.
All right, I'm gonna share it here because I don't even know where it's at, y'all. I'm sorry, but we're gonna share this. I feel like all of our testimonies all the way through were very, very you know, they were you know, good all the way through. Not one
Hmm.
piece. Everybody need to hear all of it. And you could go to Facebook to the Well Church Delaware and beyond, and you can find go to February 22nd and find our testimonial service. So I'm getting ready to do a share screen right now, and we're gonna get into it. I don't know where it's at. I just picked the spot. All right, here we go.
And jobs came up, or I didn't think I was qualified. All I've ever done, I went to college, but I've always been a manager, like retail stores, being the store manager. So these jobs, I was like looking at them, looking what they were asking for. I was like, I'm not gonna get this. I was already defeating my own self. I told me call Flora and talk to her. She said, "You got this. Everything that's on here, you got it. You're already doing it. You're doing the work." And so I went back and I looked, and I had Drew from Network Delaware also help me. And I said, I am qualified. So I applied for two jobs that paid way a lot more than any management of a retail store. And God blessed me with both of them. So I had to make a decision. That's another testimony. You show yourself approved, and you lean on him, and you let him know that you love him, and he hears your every cry. And he saw this. I really think God took me through what I went through so that I could be a better man. I really do. And it was a hard decision between the two jobs because one of them was with Classy and the other one was with the ACLU of Delaware. I chose the ACLU of Delaware because I'd already been volunteering for them for over 4 years. And I was like, wow, God gave me choices. I said, yo, you snap. I'm sorry, y'all. I talked to him like, I said, you're snap. He gave me choices.
Yeah, so I just wanted to share that. There's so much more. I felt God was getting ready to have me break out into a whole sermon when I was reading my one scripture there. But yeah, that's like for me, God just He knew how scared I was. He saw what I lost.
Mhm.
He removed that scariness from me, and I know I now I believe in faith. You know what I mean? You gotta have faith when you fighting through
Mhm.
this. And man, the thing with the jobs, y'all, let me tell you, I ain't never, and I told Lisa, I ain't never had no job like I got now. I'm salary. I did have my retail job was salary, but I knew what my hourly was. Here I don't know. I just know that I've never had a job that I've never had a job where I make this much money. And God was like, I will provide.
Mhm.
And He
Amen.
has. And
Amen.
it's been great. Coming up on 2 years in August with the ACLU Delaware. And I mesh well with our team. I mesh very well. So I'm happy about that. Um, God is an awesome and amazing God. And a lot of people always ask me why I say my God. And one of my friends was like, because I don't know what God you talk about and what religion. No, it's my God. It's my God. It's your
Mhm.
God too, but it's my God. That's how I
Mhm.
talk because you don't understand. I didn't have a relationship with any God
Mhm.
because I got hurt by the
Mhm.
church. So when I say my God, it's because I'm stingy. I'm sorry. I'm going to keep it real. It's my God. That's who I pray to when I'm in my closet. And when I'm reading my Bible, I'm talking to Him and that's how I talk. And if you don't like it, I'm sorry. It's my
Mhm.
God. And He crazy about me. And you go tune in to the Well Church, and He's crazy about my sisters
Mhm.
too. And you gonna see just how crazy He
Mhm.
is. He crazy about us. And I don't mean like
Mhm.
bad crazy. He's been blessing us, man. When you show yourself approved, man, God gonna show
Those
out in your
favor.
life. And like I said,
Mhm.
yes, He gonna show favor. And like I said, and I don't know why I'm going this direction. I know why because I've been on social media a little bit today. Like I gave her 30 minutes. Some of my friends are going through, and I'm directing it to y'all. And I said this in my testimony. Sometimes we have to change the formula in our lives. I had to change the formula, and it started with a subtraction sign. God remove anybody who was not for me or about me from my life that was not
Mhm.
supposed to be there. Those that were supposed to be here are here. Then it came with the plus sign. He put some people in my life that could take me to where I needed to go, that could mentor, give me empowerment, inspire me.
Mhm.
And then the multiplication side, that part is me sharing it with you so I can bring you with
Mhm.
me. So start with that subtraction sign. That's all I want to say. I want to give that to the people before we end tonight, ladies. I had to get that
Yeah.
out because a lot of my friends are going
Yeah.
through,
Mhm.
and some people I see going
Yeah.
through. If you in the same place that you were last year, you got to change up
Yeah.
the formula. And I'm going to leave it
Amen.
there.
That's a good place to end.
Yeah. If it ain't been working, got to do something different.
It's
That's what I
insanity.
say.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Break out of that cycle of insanity. Doing the
No
same thing,
doubt.
expecting a different result.
Yeah. Mhm. And you're not gonna get it.
Yeah,
Nope.
that's
And you
true.
working too hard, too
So,
hard, working harder for nothing,
yeah,
and getting the same
for
result.
nothing.
Same
Some
result.
people need it. I know some people, but they don't want to listen. Just keep on doing you.
But I hope they view this and people say I see a glow with you now, Smack. Yes, baby, you gonna see this glow. I see it.
Mhm.
I couldn't see it at first when people were saying it, but I see it now, you know, and they need to start listening. I mean, we just messengers from
Exactly.
God.
Yep.
Yeah.
And and if you are someone, and I want to say this, and you feel like you need a mentor, or you feel like you want to talk through some things that you may be going through, please hit us up, and we will definitely, if it's not one of us, we could connect you to my sister's
Mhm.
keeper. It is a safe space, and you'll be able to let it out. You can't do it alone.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, as there, you know, you gotta have somebody. Look how many times I called Lisa and Unique, telling them I'm ready, quit. I needed them there to
Yeah.
push me, because I'm gonna tell you, when I made that statement on my Facebook, I know why now people who are fighting cancer
Yeah.
quit. I know, because I was
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I'm here. I'm here now, but I'm fighting it, baby. I can get through it now.
Mhm.
So I just wanted to share that with y'all today. You got any last words, Lisa? Big sis?
No.
Oh, I'm big sis,
Yeah.
huh? I'm the old one.
Yeah. You only
Yeah.
by not much older, but anyway.
All right. Well, you big sis then.
Whatever. No, I don't have any. I said what I said. We're here, and if we can help, listen to our message. We trying to definitely get this out here to get more people black and people. It's not just women, it's men have breast cancer. There's other different type of
Yes.
cancers. It's because we had breast cancer. That's why the podcast is for that, but it's still for warriors that have been through what we've been through and survived. And again, if there's any caregiver, family members that's been through the storm with family members or friends, we want to hear that other side,
Mhm.
and definitely reach out to us. And if you have a story, we can chime you in. I
Yes.
thank you all for definitely tuning in,
Yes.
but make sure you share. Definitely, if you didn't see the event on Saturday, it's on the Well Church, but we also shared this on our pages. That's all I gotta say. Ronnie, you got something to say?
No, I just want to thank you all.
Ronnie gonna be doing the fashion show this
Oh, yes, the
weekend, right?
Oh
gala.
yeah, 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 yeah.
The tickets are sold out, but you guys can still support the DBCC gala that's taking place on this Saturday. They have a silent auction taking place. If you're unable to attend in person, you can go to their website and they have a link that you can click and you can see all of the items that they have for bid. And you put your bids in. Whoever has the
Mm.
highest bid at the end of the evening gets the prize. They have a lot of things on there. They have gift cards, trips,
Mm-hmm.
products, gift baskets. So please go on their website and check them out. DBCC is an amazing organization. They have helped all three of us and thousands of other people on this journey. So please consider making a donation, participating in the silent auction, or just, volunteering your time with them. I just want to thank you all for tuning in this evening. Like Smack said, we're volunteering our time to do this, to give back to our community, to strengthen others. Feel free to send us messages privately. If you don't want to, publicly chat, we are here for you. You are not by yourself. We do this so that you can be educated and so that you can be encouraged. So please do not hesitate to reach out to us. I look forward to many more podcasts in the future, because like Smack said, there's a whole lot more to say that we didn't get a chance to go
Mm-hmm.
over on
Yeah.
Saturday. So we look forward to spending more
Mm-hmm.
time with you.
And I got
And if
oh,
you are
oh,
someone,
one thing,
oh,
Matt,
go
because
ahead,
I want
sis.
in I want everybody that was tuned into the last podcast. Unfortunately, Smack and Veronica was sick. But my cousin Tony was on and she spoke about her journey. I want you all to keep her in prayer. She lost her father. I know she spoke about him on the podcast. Uh, this weekend is his funeral, and she's like, "Oh, my father's going to be there," and she was so thick because he's always there. But keep her in your prayers, and that she her her family will get through this, and I'll still be posting information if you want to support her cancer survivor fashion show, the 6th year, to come out and support her. The tickets are $20 right now. get her. I'm gonna make sure I post it in the comments, the flyer, that come out, support, or if you want to participate in it, she would love to have you tell your
Yeah.
story. Smack. Oh yeah, Smack is going to be in it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So just keep her uplifted in prayer. And again, I'm sending my condolences to my family and to her, and we just going to continue to pray for her. That's it. I forgot. I wanted to put
Yep.
that in.
And if you're someone who wants to share your story, maybe you just want to come on to the podcast and start there and share your story, so that people can hear your story. Please hit up either one of us. Or if you are a person who has a nonprofit
Mm-hmm.
where you do things for people who are fighting cancer, we want to hear
Yeah.
from you too. Let's get you some exposure, and let's hear why you created your org, and let's see what you have to offer to people. And we're going to be back on in 2 weeks. You won't be here, right, Ronnie?
In 2 weeks.
And not next Wednesday, but the Wednesday following.
Let's see. That'll be on March the 12th. Yeah, I'll be here. My
Okay,
surgery
so
is
in
on
2 weeks.
March 31st.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay. So in 2 weeks, we're going to be coming back, guys. We do this every other Wednesday, but we're going to be coming back, and we're going to be bringing a bunch of
Resources. Yes, we
resources.
got a lot.
Resources. Yeah, I don't know how y'all be getting these. I'll be looking. Y'all, we need to create a little book or a little, trifold that we can just hand out to people. But y'all be getting it. I'm like, yeah, let me check this out. There are a lot of programs out there that are helping people who are fighting cancer. And so we're going to talk about that in 2 weeks, okay? So we do thank y'all for tuning in to us and taking the time to vibe with
Yeah.
us a little bit and hear our story. And I'm going to leave y'all with this.
Hey,
Everybody
can
have
you hear me? Look. Check it out. Ignite Her has launched. It is 2025. I'm just picking up clothes from one of my friends who had some extra clothes to help out the Ignite Her program. If you have any gently worn business attire, clothes for women who are out here doing the work but maybe do not have the clothing that they need to get the job done, we need your old clothes. Hit me up in my inbox or through House of Peach. The program is called Ignite Her, where we provide clothing to women who may be transitioning from one job to the next and maybe don't have the means to buy clothes. It could be going from working at McDonald's to now working in an office. So we're looking for gently worn business clothes. Make sure y'all hit us up, all right? Please hit us up. We need those clothes. And check right below there. If you're not in the state of Delaware, you can mail them to us. Or if you're in Delaware, we'll pick them up. Y'all have a great evening.